Hello students, my name is Upasna and I am a member of faculty at CMH Group of Institution located in Patna. So today I'll be telling you about the personal selling and some of the steps which we follow while selling. So this video is not only useful for marketing students, but even if you want to build a career in sales and you don't know how to do that sales, this video will be very helpful for you. So let's first of all know what is personal selling. So if I talk about personal selling, here we see that there is a salesman and there is a product. By looking at this picture, we see that this salesperson is probably selling the laptops to the customer. So personal selling is also known as face-to-face selling or salesmanship. So whenever the word personal selling is coming in our mind, we should be clear that it is always face-to-face and two-way communication is happening in this. In other promotion mix, it's not necessary that two-way communication is happening, but in personal selling, both the salesperson and the customer interact among themselves. The salesperson tells us about the benefits, features of the product. Parallelly, if the customer has any doubt, any queries, he will be asking and the salesperson will be trying to resolve that queries. So always personal selling is a two-way communication. Both the parties will be interacting with each other, working on the feedbacks and other things. And if I talk about personal selling, it is very much dynamic and flexible because here we are communicating with our customer face to face. The moment we see that any kind of query, any kind of dissatisfaction is there, we can easily solve it then and there only. In this type of promotion mix, that is personal selling, we can always work on the exact requirement of the guest, which is not possible on the other promotion mix. Like if I see that my customer is very much particular about any color, so we can give that color to that particular customer. So this much of flexibility and dynamic nature is not available in other promotion mix. And the main aim of personal selling is to generate the sales. It obviously it is about the promotion of the product, it is about creating awareness, but it doesn't limit itself there only. It is much above that. That is the main ultimate end should be about increasing the sales. So it is said that salesperson, there is a misconception that salesperson are born, they are not made, but I don't agree with this statement. If you will follow certain sets of rules, if you are doing some task, even anyone can be a good salesperson, but many of the people are not aware how to exactly prepare oneself or ourselves for the selling job. So today I'll be telling you about some of the steps. If you follow the steps, you will be able to develop the skill of selling up to some extent. So the first step is pre-sales preparation. Like pre-sales preparation is very much important for the sales process because it is us who is selling that thing. So it is the salesperson who is representing the brand or the company. So that person should have adequate, proper knowledge about the product, about the company, about the competitors and many more. So as a salesperson, whatever product you are selling, you should have a good knowledge of that thing, about that brand, about that company, about the features. And apart from the product, you should have a very good knowledge about the company profile also, like what other services your company is offering, what CSR activities your company is doing. So any type of information which my company is engaged should be with me. And if I talk about after the product and the company, a good salesman is also aware about its competitors, because I know that I am offering these things. What if the customer is questioning me about different brands, like the similar brand is offering these things in the same price, then I should have an answer. So for this I need to do research about my competitors, what they are offering, what benefits they are giving, how we are different from them, what extra benefits we are giving to the customer which our competitors are not offering. So these are some of the preparation which we need to do before we are stepping to sales. So after all the preparation before the sales, we need to now prospect. prospect are the customers whose need is not filled. So prospecting is about finding the customers who needs our product. So this is again a very challenging thing, because now I have a product, I don't know whom to sell this. So in the prospecting process, the first and very easy things you can do is that target your existing customer, because there is always something new. If I have a product that is relaunched in the market, it will have some kind of new features. Like for example, especially the products which are based on technology, mobile phone, laptops and all, there's always an upgraded version of that. So why not target the customers who are already using the previous version? If I give them information, if I tell them how this is different from their product, if I develop some kind of strategy so that I can attract them, like exchange policies and all, so it is chance that most of the customers I'll be getting will be from my existing customers. The second thing which we can do to prospect the customer, to reach our customers who are not happy or they're not regularly visiting our store. So in this case, we have a database. From database we need to find that who are the customer who once visited our store but they're not coming from past few months or past few years. We need to reach them at this stage. Talk to them, find out what they need or what their requirement is, try to fulfill them. If they have any grievances, if they have any dissatisfaction, try to resolve them. So you will get at least some percentage, 10 to 20% of your customer from that database. Some will be surely coming back to you. After this, to prospect customers, we can reach to other salesperson. We have a telecommunication department in our companies which is also indulged into direct marketing. We can get some of the data from them. So we need to prospect customer from different areas. After prospecting the customers, now the third step is pre-sales approach. Now you have to approach the customer. So before approaching, now you in the prospecting, you know that whom you will be targeting. If I know that the person to whom I'm targeting is a youth, is an adult, then I may prepare my things according to his or her taste. I know that okay, youth likes colors, he likes funky things. Then I can prepare my sales pitch and I can customize my product as per my prospect customers. So in this pre-approach way, we will be preparing all our presentation, product demonstration as per the prospect customer. So after pre-approach, now it's time to approach. So approaching should always be done with a prior information, prior appointment. The appointment again can be taken on mobile phone. Email is a very common thing nowadays. So to approach the customer, always try to take prior appointment so that even the customer is ready to give you some time. So when you approach the customer, don't directly jump into selling, because this will be very abrupt start. So better you try to talk about something which is of interest of your customer. If your customer is into business, try to start the talk with some of the areas of his business or anything common topic between you and him. So by this, your customer, your prospect will get comfortable and he will be indulged into talks further. So after approaching him, now it's the time for main thing, that is your sales presentation. Now we have to present our product to the customers. In presentation, always try to give demonstration of the product if needed, elaborate the features, elaborate the benefits, explain how this product is valuable for the customer. So presentation is the heart of the whole sales process, because most of the thing depends on this part only. But if we have not done the pre-sales preparation, proper prospecting and all, then this may not be that much fruitful. So to reach here, we have prepared all these steps. So now after giving the presentation demonstration, now you may get some kind of objections or queries. So the common mistakes what we do is that the moment we get the objections, we get very disappointed. Okay, if the customer is giving objections, then we assume that he's not liking the product. But this is a very wrong approach. If you're getting the objections and queries, this means that customer is interested in buying the product. He is actually reviewing your product, he's comparing with the other brands. That's why he has some queries. So if you're getting any kind of objections, first of all, be very positive, because now you can close that thing. So always try to resolve all the objections. I'm not saying that unethically try to resolve that, but if you can do it, please try to resolve that. Like there may be the customer may ask for some different color or some kind of customization or some kind of additional services like home delivery and all. Please always go for it if it is possible. So the moment you handle the objections, now you have become more closer towards closing the call. So now it's time to close the sale. The very common mistake which is done at this step is that we wait for the customers, that they will come forward and they will ask to us for the closing the call. So this is a wrong practice. So here we need to be very much proactive. The moment you resolve any of the objection, you try to close the call then and there only. At this stage, you need to show some kind of urgency. If needed, try to give some kind of additional benefit to the customer. It can be through giving additional discounts or any additional service, making the product more augmented. So try to close the sales call and don't wait for the customer to do that. It is the salesperson who will be taking the initiative to close the call. And after that, post-sale action is needed. Most of the salesmen, they forget the customers the moment they close the sales. But don't forget that it is your duty to get the feedback, to do all the post-sales action. Like if the product should be properly packed, properly dispatched, installed, and time to time try to be in touch with that customer for the feedback. So if that customer is still in touch with you after getting the product, if you're staying doing hi and hello with that customer, that particular customer only will give you more customers. So one happy customer can give you 10 happy customers. So just imagine 10 multiplied by again 10, then how much the number will increase. So this step is again very much important. If you're doing this, then only the customer will be again coming back to you and the whole process will become a cycle. So I hope through these steps now your hesitation of doing sales has decreased a bit. For any queries, any questions, please feel free to comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you.